It's indeed a wonderful, bright afternoon here. Good day and welcome to the program Inside Abuja. I am Ikharo Atta. The program is designed to showcase the activities of the Federal Capital Territory Administration and other things they are doing to ensure that Abuja remains a livable city. On today's episode of the program, we will be looking at the relocation of the popular Goza market located along the airport road by the FCT Minister Malam Mohammed Musa Bello. On Saturday, 24th of March 2018, as well as Monday, 26th of March, we are no good days for travelers along the Sheikh Musa Yar Adua Way, popularly referred to as the airport road. Controversy over the Goza market relocation degenerated to a point that some persons protesting decided to block the expressway. The cleanup exercise was carried out by the coordinator of the AMMC in company of the Director of Development Control. Some traders at the market complained that they were not given alternative, while some also argue that they were not given enough time before the exercise took place.
You understand? We are giving them time to move their things away. Hey, what's me? Stand up. Just, I'll...
Authority has been here several times. You know that you are pushing how many times? I don't even remember my name right now. How do you want to how can you consider a primary school that can we tell them this money?
We were here on Friday, so some people pack their this thing. So on as we there for market now, we come here say demolition is going on here. So we just come today to know whether they will allow us to shed, and as we came, they allow us to shed. So small time, they say we should pack. We are calling government to help us. Anyway, they will locate us because so many people rely on here. So many people, you know, some widows, some helpless people. So for me, when I had this thing, this is my hope, in short. So I say all my hope have lost. Because this Gosa, here I lose the bell, here I came Monday, Friday. So for me, I'm very stranded. If anyhow government will help us.
This is the market that I used to get money to pay my children's school fees. My husband is not working. I don't know what to do. I don't even know where to start. And government should please, they should help us. They should help us. And we should not die in this hunger, because this is where we survive. This is the market that we survive. They should help us.
We have even pinned down here. We have security around here. Every market day, every Friday, if you come here, you see security men around. Last Friday, the confusion that ensure here, you cannot imagine it. Even if we put security men out here, they sort of overpower them on things like that.
So what's going to happen now? Yes, the market has been...
All what we're saying is that this marketing activity cannot take place between here and 500 meters between here and the road.
Okay. So is there any so to say, another option for them?
Of course, there are options. If they come, there are space around there. There are so many spaces for them to do. Why come here? That's the problem.
Would there be any compensation for the people whose goods were destroyed?
Are they being allocated the place formally for them to ask for compensation? That is the question. If anybody, there are rules for compensation. If you allocate a place, somebody has a document, a legal document, he can claim right and we compensate him. But this one, times with our number, we are saying that it's an illegal activity to have a market here.
They said this market has been here for more than 40 years.
For more than 40 years, it is not on this road, not along the road, it is far inside. I hope you understand. And even if it is there, Abuja is a planned city. If we plan this city well, it is for the benefit of all. They also benefit, everybody benefit. We cannot have a capital city in a chaos situation that we have today here. We must plan Abuja for the benefit of all Nigerians.
With all those complaints coming forth, the minister himself exhibited threat of one who listens to the cry of his people. The minister, alongside top officials of the FCT administration, in company of the chairman of Abuja Municipal Aerial Council, as well as the Sapai of Gariki Kingdom, took a tour round the airport road and they stopped at the Goza Market new site. The minister declared that the new site for the market be immediately cleared for activities to take place immediately.
Are we okay? Yes, sir. So we don't need to clear the whole area. We need to clear a place for some people to start their activities. And between now and if we want, need to clear the same kirga itatua. She can have your office I decide when you are going to Monday, I mean Friday, dole kashwaji. Ko ba haka ba saboda biya haraji ko kuma saboda dai a samu mutane masu abu
kaga to ban da kike haka take ga shi
ga yes
staff ɗinka da su ba su za a samu shi ba gobe that possibility come and check it but I think like
duka wannan ai gona mutum duka nan duk gona mutum ne waye mai gonan nan ko ne sarki ne
ranka da sa I think we're trying to find a solution. One of the solutions can come much later. For now, what I clearly, most of the owners of this farm also are members of this community. They can show that understanding. Let us clear it for the market to commence, and then later we can as well.
What I'm trying to say, the affected farmer need to assess first.
Exactly, they should be identified. Yes, sir.
Then,
but the assessment can be done between today and tomorrow because it's not much. Okay. And we decide now that even though it is 5 hectares, we can immediately assess like 2 hectares. Yes. Immediately. And then we leave a buffer like maybe 50 meters from this road to this place. Then the market starts from this side. And then as the market is expanding, we are clearing. And I can assure you that all the trees I see here is Orowa, cashew. Shi kadai na gani Orowa, cashew. Kudin Orowa mun sani, kudin cashew mun sani. Kuma mun san gap between cashew da cashew mita 9 ne. Daga wanda aka yafa kamar yafa shinkafa shi ba za mu yi aiki da shi. Wannan rubuce ko ba haka ba?
And any other community chief anan. This is an opportunity that may not come our way again. Let us not play with it.
No, I'm just trying to jump with it.
Okay, sir. Let us not play with it. Let us grab it.
Okay, in that aspect, so, mama masun gona na. Yes. Yaushe za ka mana start?
Yau.
Suna kasu suna nan. So za ta zo a yadda fa masun gonaki. Za zo a yi assessment din area din.
Area da ake bukata a yi lissafi.
Za a samu lissafi.
We have to see how we can coordinate it.
Yeah, do it well.
We have to do it.
And I show you maximum after Easter. Once I get the full details, payment will be made. Because it's not very expensive. And we're not going to do for all. But we have to do it so that we take picture, we do the enumeration so that the graders will come and start.
No problem. Even if it's expensive, so we know you can do it, sir. Yes.
But we have to create car park. Zaki. Filin can open space.
Yes.
Kowa ya zo ranar Juma'a sai ya zo da lema. Ko ba haka ba? Exactly za mu ba open space. Everybody will come with lema. If they want to pray, let them they identify a place. And nobody say if you have to pray, it's built up. So there's no room to promise anything we cannot do. It's open space. Whoever want to play, one of them will call the prayer and get the place. That's all. Ko ba haka ba? Za mu ba ku fili ku yana. Ko ba haka ba? Haka yayi. Sarkin kasuwa ka yarda.
So they be bayani.
Against next Juma san gama duk abin da za a yi.
Ko ba ne? Ko ba haka ba? Yau ka zo da bulldozer guda uku a nan su kai layi 5 hours wannan za a yi gaskiya sai a tara itatuwa ce ake I'm very happy with our meeting of this morning as well as the site visit, and really I feel very proud that in the FCT we have community leaders highly respected by their communities, very broad-minded, people that are willing to solve communal problems. Especially I'm referring to the survey of Garki. As you can see, he has shown exemplary leadership. I'm also very happy also with the chairman of the Abuja Metropolitan Council, who also is somebody well respected by his community, who is a very experienced public officer, and also he is part of this solution. And what is the solution? The solution is that we have agreed that all markets along the road corridor leading into Abuja from the airport, which we call the Airport Expressway, will have to be relocated gradually. But the one that is going to be relocated immediately is the Gosa market. It's a very popular regional market. It's a market that we want to sustain. So that is why we have come to this site, which is about 5 hectares, and we are going to commence clearing immediately. And by the grace of God, based on our understanding with all the relevant stakeholders, the normal weekly Gosa market is going to operate this Friday at this location. Thank you very much.
Is this a temporary location or a permanent one?
As you know, most of these locations in Abuja are temporary. As the city grows, obviously they will be moving. And in any case, every district has what we call district markets, and we have regional markets. As we replan this area, in view of the importance of the Gosa market, the technical people will tell us whether this really should be made a permanent market with permanent structures, or should it be just be made a local open door market, which is part of our culture. No matter how we try to modernize, there are certain aspects of our culture that we should still retain. And I think the Goza market represents that. It's a market that people just come on the market day, where you don't have designated areas for anybody. It's free man's land. You just come and set up your stall, you set up your umbrella, and then you do your market, and in the evening you fold and move on. And I think it's a very nice part of the culture. But the reality is that as the market expanded over the years, it had to move from its last location, because it has spilled over into the expressway and has become a nuisance to commuters plying that road. But more importantly, also has become dangerous for vehicular movement, and that's why it has to move. But I'm very happy with the meeting with the community, and I call upon everybody within the FCT to give us full and maximum cooperation along this line, because it all goes to make our city better.
Yes, sir. Looking at what happened at the other side that was cleared, the question we'll be asking you is, how do you enforce our compliance to City Development Directive here? You can start the market from here, and it starts to develop back to that same point. And how do you enforce it for traders who believe that it is easy for them to even put it by the entrance point? Those who are coming deep here, some will just buy there quickly and go back.
What we have discussed and agreed upon with all community leaders is that all interventions have to be community-based. And now we have passed the responsibility of policing the expressway corridor to the communities themselves. And in each of these communities, we have agreed that all activities are going to be within the boundaries of the walls that had already been constructed. Anything beyond that boundary is illegal. But how do you police it? We have agreed that all the community leaders will provide us able-bodied men and women from their communities who will employ and pay them monthly allowances, and they will be our vanguards to talk to their people, to protect the corridor, to ensure that there are no markets there are no commercial activities, there are no wrong parking, and above all, they don't dump refuse there. And I think we hope with this kind of community relationship, we hope that it will work out.
Yes, sir, can we get your view? You have moved around with the FCT minister today. We are in a new location now for the market to move after yesterday's little disturbance here. What do you think about the market that will be coming to this place, particularly when it involves your subjects or your electorates?
First and foremost, I think we are grateful to the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory for being conscious enough to listen to the people. And I think we have already agreed with the community to sincerely protect the corridors, to ensure that there is no longer nuisance, to be discovered at all. And we have also gotten what the people of the Federal Capital Territory have been asking for a long time. We may call it integration, but the minister said upgrading the communities. That is exactly what the people have been asking for. So we could not found it and take it easily without any ado to any rank. So we are too grateful to the government and in particular to the minister. We are going to do everything possible to support him and ensure that the community are in compliance with what directly is being given.
Okay, sir, looking at the location of this community for the market, and we know that it's not really secured because it's a bit interior, and considering the fact that your agencies and some of the agencies will be collecting some taxes here, are you looking at the security of the people who will be transacting businesses in
and if possible to plus some of the money you make here as IGR into this same place?
Security is paramount, and that is the most important thing. In fact, the area council will lie low for now to ensure that the market really picked up before we even commence to do anything. I think the most important is we have gotten an alternative that is going to give room for peace and and harmony. As far as that is number one priority. For us, collecting whatever you call it here through this single market isn't too important to me. The most important is that security, and then we have been able to have harmony among the people and through the government. I think we're happy.
So whatever planning we are going to do should also affect this. And then you will advise, of course, together with FCD officials, what is the best solution. We try to put this so that it will at least, if we are able even to retain people here, that's an advantage. But actually they refuse. Because you all know, if you are to come here at 5 p.m., all this now, this place is the market. And then The other side will also be market. The bridge will be market. So please, as we have our meetings, this is very important for you to keep the account. And why, whatever committee you are doing, make sure that the DSS and police are also involved. They will give representatives, either they are local representatives here or whoever they decide who has expertise on this matter. But this is something we also have to work on. And if I say this, it extends up to that corner, right through. Because in the evening, you already put lines there. It will keep on standing before you know it. And then as you also find a motorcycles. We are not saying people should do motorcycle, but not here. They can use it on motorcycle. So we may have to decide on a motorcycle park. Right is okay. This is something we are going to look also, but the priority is that place. But along some of the communities we are not going to stop. But the principle is the same. Yes, especially some of the other communities, you will see where we put the boundary wall. So really from the boundary to the expressway should be free.
For now, the Goza market is operating from its permanent site. Traders are no longer in panic whether they will be removed or not. All kudos to the FCT administration for the proactive step. Until we come your way next time on the program Inside Abuja, let's be good residents of the city and keep our environments clean. I'm Ikaro Atta saying goodbye and have a lovely day.